Howdy folks, welcome back to Railroader. We're here on the same day as the last video. It's a little afternoon and we're over here in Alarka and we need to take these empties up to the copper mine. But we got a little bit of running around to do because if we take a look at the cars here, these first couple cars go to mine 1 and the other cars go to mine 2. Now mine 2 we need to push up to once we go through a switchback. So we're going to do a little gravity switching today. We're going to let gravity help us out. Before we get started, that's 79%, it's not too bad. I was just going to check the state of the oiling here. I had AI bring these down to the yard, so he would have oiled up some of it. Looks like he oiled the cars probably on the way down. I think they oil, if I remember right, if they get below 70 or 75. So these are all good. Now the engine's getting a little low. I think, don't I just hold the button? Or did I click? Oh, each click gets you a little bit. I got you. So we'll hold it down. Their engine and tender topped off. There we go. So I'm going to go ahead and have the automatic engineer take this out. So we're going to switch to waypoint mode. I'm going to limit him to 20 because we can't really go much faster than that anyway. And he's charging the brake line. No waypoint set. I've already got my camera up in the holler over here. So if I... Nope, not that screen. Well, shoot. I had the camera set. There used to be a way to go back to a camera. I don't remember how I did that. So I did that wrong, but that's okay. We'll fly up there. So we need to go up. If you're not familiar with this, we've got a little Y here so you can turn an engine. But we need to go up through this... little valley or holler here, depending on what part of the country you're from. And we're going to want to come around this corner and push up. We need to come up to about here. Yeah, that should clear that switch. So we might come up a little further. I want gravity to be able to get those cars going. So let me do that. There we go. You can hear him whistle off in the distance there, but let's go hop aboard here as he heads out. Wait for me, Al. And we'll ride along with the engine. So I've really been enjoying the waypoint mode. You can even do some fairly complex stuff. I did all of the Bryson local switching with just waypoint mode. That was pretty neat to watch him go over like 3 or 4 tracks in the yard over to the team track and just figure it out. Super handy. So the cars on the back here, you can see our truck on the back here. They're for mine too. So the idea is we're going to push up and stop and we'll cut away from those, run the engine and the mine 1 cars back past that switch. And then we'll let gravity take these on to this track right here, clear of the switch. We'll tie them down with handbrakes. Then we can push the mine number 1 cars up into place. And then we'll come back down with the nose onto this branch. Push the mine 2 cars up to mine 2. So that's what we're doing. And it won't take very long, but I was going to do this and I thought, you know what? I'll just make a video out of this. I don't know that I've shown that before. I don't know if it's prototypical or not, but it's fun. What are we doing? Yeah, I topped that guy off, just making sure. These steam engines are thirsty, especially old number 5000 from the last video. I think it used about 2/3 of the water by the time I got back over to Dillsboro. All on that 32 tons of ore and coal. I don't think I showed that in the video. That was the stuff we picked up after the last video. So between videos, I took all the copper ore and the coal over, and yeah, it hauled it no problem. You saw my community post to put out a little screenshot of 5,000 heading out with 3,200 tons. All right, that's actually plenty. We'll just go ahead and tell you to stop. I'm just going to double check here. We'd have, yeah, the first 2 cars are for mine 1. So let's tie on a couple handbrakes. Get zoomed right in down through here. And I'm going to close that angle cock. I want these to blow out. So we're just going to open that up. And we need to run the engine down here past the switch. So we need like 1 car, 2 cars, tender engine. So somewhere about there. Ought to do. So that air is now blowing out of the brake pipe. So we need to bleed each of these cars so they don't have any kind of brake application in the brake cylinder. And actually, if I select this, yeah, it does have a number here. I should have shown that. You can also bleed it from the inspect window. So I've got this cut selected just so I can write it down and control the handbrakes a little easier. All right, they are past there. So we're going to throw this switch. I'm going to pop back over here to my cut and we're going to knock off the handbrakes. And then we're going to coast downhill. And we should have more than enough momentum to get us up. Even though that's an upgrade, after we go through the switch, we should have enough momentum, thanks to physics, to get clear of the switch. I guess I should have ran my guy over here and put him on the stirrup, but just pretend like I'm riding on this car, and we're going to apply some handbrakes here in a bit. You don't get any kind of speed readout. You just got to go by feel when you got the cars going like this. Feel like we have a handbrake on. I should have bled everybody. It's feeling a little pokey for some reason. Hopefully that squeaking is just the flanges. Yeah, it seems to be going all right. Okay, we can tie on some handbrakes here. I'm going to go ahead and do 3 just to make sure it holds on that grade. Then we're going to throw the switch back. And we're going to take back control of number 5. And we're going to say, come on back here, sir. Get up to the mine. Get you headed this way, and then we'll sort you out. So he has empties, so he needs to come up to here. Still got 1 empty there from yesterday. And this guy, yeah, he's got plenty of supplies. And of course, as the train comes up, he should throw the switch. Yep. Here he comes. It's just fairly steep right here. If I hold down... Yeah, 1.6 right here. Pretty good grade. Al give us a little toot there as he goes by. He knows how much we like the whistles. And magically the switch has aligned itself. Every once in a while I'll run the locos, but I really enjoy just basically rail fanning and playing the conductor. That's what I like doing in Railroader. Sometimes it's fun to run the engines yourself, though. Of course, if I'm taking on coal or water, I have to drive them myself. Otherwise, it's pretty tricky to get them spotted in the exact right spot. All right, we just got 2 cars, so we should be fine because it starts here. So we just need to hook onto there, and then we are golden. That'll do, sir. Put on some handbrakes. Knock you loose. Now we just got to head all the way back down here. So you'll notice the switch is thrown back. What he tends to do is when he goes past the switch, he'll put it how he found it, which is kind of a nice touch. I'm going to go ahead and throw that just so that's the normal position. I apparently left it thrown reverse last time I was up here. So that's my bad. But we do need to throw the switch, or just let him throw it, either way. Go ahead and throw it so it's set. Let's double check. M2, yeah. These all go up to Mike 2 Echo up at mine 2. Yeah, we'll let you go 25 if you so desire. I think the limit on the other branch up there is 25. Track speed 15. Interesting. Thought they usually obeyed the track speed. Maybe not. Oh, he sees he's approaching now, so that's good. You can keep an eye on the status down here. They'll tell you what they're doing. And of course, up here on the console, and then also over here, they'll tell you when they reach a waypoint. Yeah, this is a really sharp curve, so you really get a lot of flange squeal. That's cool. By model railroad terms, this is a broad curve, but for real terrain, it's pretty sharp. All right, we can go ahead and knock off these handbrakes. And we got to get closed up down here, or we'll just blow all our air out into the atmosphere. Beauty. All right, you can go ahead and push these guys on up. I'll get you started, and then we'll figure out your final destination. Once we zoom up to mine 2. Now up here, I think the empties go here, which is why that switch back there is red. Let's just double check. So you can go to your, hit I to bring this screen up, and then go to your locations, mine 2, and then if you just hover over the track name, so Mike 2 Echo is right here. So we need to have him come up right there. He says, Roger, that is 0.6 miles away. We'll let him chug up the mountain. I think this is close to 2%, isn't it? Yeah, 2.7 even. 20-degree curve. It's no joke. No joke at all. I'm glad we're shoving empties up this grade, not trying to shove fully loaded cars. Yeah, when the supervisor isn't looking, I have ran these full cars down under no power. They will drift all the way down, and then you can stop them over there and then throw the switch and then let them drift all the way down into the yard using the handbrake for regulating the speed. It's been known to happen here on Fedora Railroad. The bird's eye view here. Does the mouse cursor ever go away? I know in some games it will go away if it's stationary for a while. It doesn't look like it does on this one. So I'll move that out of the way. All right, looks like he's just about there. Let's zoom in on the action. No, this isn't going to be a very long video, but I really enjoy Railroader, and I've lately got back into it and taken the time to run the railroad. And the videos are pretty popular, so as long as y'all are watching, I will keep occasionally making them. I don't know how many handbrakes we need, but I'm going to put on quite a few. Let's get our interface back up. And there we go. We got paid. We got $78,000. I need to figure out what we're going to do with that. Don't really need anything right now unless I want to replace some of the steam with either different steam or a diesel. We shall see. Is this guy? Yeah, this guy is ready to be picked up. So we got to get him set off. And then we'll be good to go. I want to put him down to 15 for now just because we're switching up here. So I know last time I dropped this off, I don't remember if that was in the video, if I just did it. This guy was, we got a new boxcar, but this one still had a little bit of stuff left in it. Now we just need to do a little bit of back and forth, which with the new waypoint UI is super, super easy. I'm digging it. I've seen some comments, some more of you are digging it as well. Let me know in the comments, do you all use the waypoint mode quite a bit, or are you more the kind that runs all the trains yourself? How do you run your railroad? I'm kind of curious. Also, if you're on a good server, let people know if you're looking for more people to play. I just play solo, but I know there's some servers out there. So now we just say, bring that into the train over here. Pretty cool. There's a lot of status info here. Like he'll tell you he's charging the brake line, stuff like that. Oh, one thing I wanted to mention in this video. I ran into a case where it put the wrong end of the train at the waypoint. It was down at Dillsboro. I'm not sure if it's a bug or a feature. But near a crossover like this. Yeah, I don't get it here. There was a snap point, and it was by a signal. Like it would snap to a certain spot if I hovered over it. How do I get rid of this? Escape? There we go. And I snapped to that, and then it put the wrong end of the train at the waypoint. So I need to do some testing around that. I don't know if that's a bug or a feature. Okay, we'll tie the handbrake on to bring you up, and then we're just going to put this guy back right over here. Yep, he goes back over here. Al's doing a great job, as usual, driving. Now, if you're this far in the video, and this is the first video of mine you've seen, you're like, who in the world is Al? I call the AI engineer Al. Albert Inman. Inman with an I. So that's his name. Mr. AI. So I call him Al. It's just something silly I do. It's kind of like Bob when I'm playing Run 8. You know, Bob the conductor. It just makes it more fun. Got a work meeting in 10 minutes, so I'm keeping an eye on my work computer. I got to record when I can. Sometimes it's, oh, hey, you didn't stop there. You stopped right up against the bumper. All right, we'll sort that out manually. That'll work. Oh, you recouple to him. Like, what's going on? There you go. I'm driving now. I'm doing a bad job. Didn't get the angle cocks open. Didn't get the switch thrown. This is why I usually let Al drive. So yeah, I'm a pretty busy guy, but I do enjoy gaming. It's my main hobby. And sometimes I've got 20 minutes while I'm waiting for a work meeting, and here I am recording a video. Easy does it. There we go. Look at that. I can drive if I need to. All right, we're going to run this back down to the yard. And that'll be it. I know it's a little bit shorter video, but thanks as always for watching, folks. And I'll catch you all in the next one. Take care.